did you have a good sense of what happened right there with when the drive stalled out at the end? I mean, you guys must have been pretty confident at that point that you were going to tie the game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's disappointing, but like we've had plays that should work and would have worked, but things happen. That's just the nature of just football. I mean, we call plays. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work, and that's just what it is. I mean, a lot of times you just got to take it on the chin. I mean, like I said, we've had plays, we study them. We've had literally 2 weeks to study them, so we know exactly what we're going to get. We got it, and we just didn't execute. And that's just the simple fact of it. We just didn't execute. It's frustrating. It is frustrating, but again, we're blessed with another opportunity to wake up and walk out of here safe. Some people are hurt, but they have breath in their lungs, and that's one thing we can be grateful for. So, as bad as all this sucks, we have another opportunity to go do what we love again. So, I mean, so we just gotta be grateful.
Brizzy said that if you guys had scored, you would have gone for two and tried for the win. Is that, did you kind of know that on the field going ahead of time? Like, was that kind of the mindset of that drive?
We didn't score. I mean, at the end of the day, we didn't score. I mean, we got to take one step at a time, and we very well could have went for two, but we had to score first, and we didn't. So, like I said, I mean, it's tough. It's heartbreaking. It's annoying. To win and lose. The narrative that everybody puts out, but at the end of the day, we lost, and next week we go to Giants. We're gonna have the opportunity to win and get back on the winning schedule and go after what we want because it's right there in front of us, and get it done.
How much Taysom has done in this offense the last couple weeks? How tough was it to close?
Yeah, it's tough. It's obviously tough. I mean, having a player like him, it definitely changes the dynamic of their defense and also our offense. But that brings up opportunities for a lot of other people to step in and kind of do their thing. You kind of don't want to have yourself in that mindset to dwell on it, but it kind of forces you to do that because the game still goes on. And you wish like after those stuff you could just stop the game and take a halftime break and things like that, but it just doesn't happen like that. Like somebody gets hurt and they car off the field, and literally minutes later you're on to the next play. So that's just kind of like the way the game is, and that's kind of what our minds have to be forced to do. So. It's tough to lose him because he's a great friend, but he's also a great teammate and a great player. But that forces guys to step up and make opportunities happen for him.
You mentioned the fight. Coach Rizzy mentioned just how much he appreciated how much you fought, but finishing was the biggest issue. Do you agree with that? And how do you correct it?
Yeah. Literally what you said, you have to keep fighting. I mean, everybody gets in a fight. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And that's just what it is. I mean, and you would never know if you didn't fight. And so, we got a bunch of fighters in this room. We got a bunch of fighters in this locker room. Yes, we have to find ways to win, and that'll come with us just executing what we execute. But like you said from the beginning, the fight has to start. And without the fight, you don't even get a chance to win. So we just got fighters, and so we keep fighting, and we're going to find a way to win. We just have to keep doing it. Like I said, we don't have a ton of time, but everything we want is right in front of us.
MVS mentioned with the third quarter, I think y'all only had one possession. It was a 3-and-out.
Yeah.
Y'all had some slow starts out in halftime.
Yeah.
Do you look at that more as a problem, or being able to score obviously in the red zone to come up with more than 6 points in the first half?
Yeah. The first half, we're either in the red zone or the fringe, and we didn't score twice. And obviously, coming out of half, and we have a 3-and-out, which I don't know. You kind of want to have the drive to keep going. We always harp on starting fast, and that's not something that we did. So, I mean, obviously, coming out of halftime, second half, we haven't been doing a very good job just doing anything. So, I think starting off fast with a change of momentum would go ahead.
Do you see any commonality in that? Because it has been a few weeks where, like in the third quarter, y'all have started slow.
Yeah. Whatever it is, we need to fix it. We just have to figure that out. And we've been harping on it. I mean, a lot of it is just, we're talking about it, but we have to do something practical to help that out. So we'll figure it out. I mean, that's what we have to do. That's what a football team does, is figure things out. So I think the biggest thing is just keep doing what we're doing. We are fighting. We are doing what we can do, but, a little bit more would never help. I mean, it would never hurt. So it can only help if we do a little bit more. So we'll get to it. We'll get back to the drawing board and make things work.